Good morning and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Dee Dee, and today we are up in our pole barn. We're going to be doing some work up here. Not on the pole barn itself, but we're going to be doing some work around the backside. When we originally cut in the pad for this pole barn on the hillside, we have to cut fairly deep into the hillside in order to get a flat pad for the pole barn. Our intention was always to build a retaining wall for that, but it's just taken us several years to get to that point. So that's something I'm working on today because a portion of that wall has collapsed a little bit, so I have to dig that back so that we can get the retaining wall in there. So what we'll be doing is a retaining wall. At the bottom of that, we'll be doing a French drain, and then we'll be doing drain rock. And that'll really help with the water that comes off of this hillside. There's seeps and springs kind of up above this, and so it's just a constant flow of moisture in the wintertime when it's not frozen up here. So anyway, we have to kind of divert that water around the pole barn and down into the drainage ditch. So as you can see, it's not the best working conditions because I have to be under this pallet racking. This wall had collapsed so close to the pole barn here that there's nowhere to really stand on the top side in order to dig it out. So I'm having to sit on a bucket under the pallet racking in order to get the first bit of this out. And then I can kind of stand up behind here to get more of it out. But initially, this is the way I have to do it. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the digging. That guy on YouTube, Primitive Technology, he does all these like wood-fired bricks and stuff made out of clay. We could totally do that here. We've got the clay. Now we just need the time. In this area, after you get down past the first 6 inches to a foot of topsoil, we have very thick clay. And when I say very thick clay, I mean you can make bricks out of this clay if you wanted to. It is extremely thick, it is extremely heavy, and extremely sticky. So I found that the best way to get this clay moved is by using a pitchfork, because I just can't get the shovel to dig in. So I use a pitchfork, kind of break off a piece, and then I literally have to pry it off of my pitchfork and into the bucket of the tractor. So thankfully we have the tractor, and what I've been doing is just filling the bucket and then going and dumping that. So that's helped a lot. I think I'm about a third of the way done with the project, so I'm going to come up here, work an hour or two on it, and see what kind of dent I can make. We do have rain in the forecast for the next 5 days, so I feel like it's kind of important to try and get as much of this done as possible because it's going to be a mucky, wet mess. tired. I've been working on this ditch for about 3 hours of shoveling clay. So Robert said it's time to call it so I don't overdo it. I want to be able to move my arms tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and call that for the day. It's making good progress though. One more session of digging and I should have it done. So that is exciting because this is not my favorite job. But we're gonna get it finished up pretty quick here.
We got a 24 by 48 shop, 100-foot roll. Actually gives us just enough to go connect into the drainage ditch that runs around the property, and we'll put a little gravel over the top of that. It'll actually be the access up and around on this backside. We have a pretty good dip to get up through that ditch and up onto this backside over here, so that'll give us access all the way around.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go easy, easy on our tiptoes.
Alrighty, so we're back up in the pole barn, day 3 or 4. I've lost track at this point of working on this retaining wall. We have gotten all the dirt pulled back, and we're working on putting these pallets behind the retaining wall. What we're going to do is just use those to hold back the dirt so that we can put drain rock behind them, and we know eventually they'll rot out. All they're doing is just temporarily holding back the dirt so we can put drain rock in there. What we want to do is be able to backfill up against these pallets so that we can use a tractor to dump the drain rock, because trying to shovel that much drain rock is just going to be ridiculous. So anyway, that is where we are at. We're going to get back to work. Unfortunately, it has started pouring, so I'm not sure how much we're going to get done today, because we were hoping it would hold off a little bit. We're also hoping maybe this will pass really quick and it'll quit raining. I don't know, we'll see. So we might tackle a couple other things under the pole barn and see if we can get some other stuff accomplished, and maybe this will pass, or at least let up to a drizzle, because right now it's legitimately raining. So anyway, we'll get started on something here.
Undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes.
It is raining and super slick out there right now. You saw the clay Dee Dee was digging out of the hillside. It doesn't take too much, just a little off camber, and you get a little sideways. So I'll show you what I got going on over here. All right, well, playing around in the rain, everything's a little slick. I actually slid over down into the ditch that I was just filling in. So I'm jamming some pallets up in there. I just got upright. I was kind of cockeyed towards, I was kind of kicked over towards the shop. So I just kind of used these pallets that we have and laid pallets over against them so I could actually climb up onto them downhill. I was trying to back up out of here, but it was either go forward or nothing. So anyhow, I got myself kicked back up. I'll throw a couple more pallets under myself as I go and kind of get over and kicked away from this ditch.
There's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes.
I don't know if the camera shows that or not, but there's a little bit of a pucker moment coming off the end of that. I probably should put out another pallet. Made it out though. All right, I think I am going to call it while I'm behind, and we'll wait for a drier day. Everything's roughly backfilled in. It's not compacted yet, but enough weight to keep everything in place. So next time we'll get a bunch of drain rock. We'll come in behind in that cavity, fill with drain rock. We may also put some deadman ties in on the steeper stuff, just to make sure everything's held in place well. Overall, very happy with our progress. We're coming along. It looks like a mess right now, but it will get better very quickly. So until next time, thanks for joining us. Take care. We'll see you later.